I don't know if this is working or not. I'm trying to record. How do I know if it's recording? Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is the first attempt, first time ever, trying to do a screen share using Zoom to show in real time or in effect real time how I do things on, in this case, OpenAI's Chat GPT, and in particular, building custom GPTs. So let me move this out of the way here. And hopefully this is still recording. So this is a brand new GPT that I've built that I'm very excited about and very proud of, called the Lucia AI Travel Concierge. And what we're going to do here, before we get into any kind of details about how I built it, which is, a whole nother set of topics and videos. What I want to do is test it. And one thing I've learned that if I could share, and if you get anything from me, it's the importance of testing. Testing is when you're building any new app or any new GPT or bot or whatever. It's so critical to test. That's how you learn. That's how you revise, and that's how you refine. And it's a process of iteration. So let's do this. I had up a set of test questions. Let me get to those if I can. And here they are, I think. Okay, bear with me. All right, here we go. We're going to do test number one. I think we already did that. It was first impression test, which is what you're seeing here on the screen. Does it make sense immediately? Uh, we've opened it, we've refreshed it, and we're going to look at, what do I see? What does this do? Is it obvious what this does? I think it is. A lot of work went into that. And what should I type? And you can see here that you have an option, and hopefully it's clear that you can either click on one of these conversation starters. That's a good one right there because it's the welcome message. Here's another one. And here's another and another. Or you can just type something in here, whatever you want to ask. As it says, ask anything, which is what I love about it. One of the things I love about it. All right. So I think we've passed the criteria for that first test and don't need to go any further. The next one is a prompt, which is where it gets fun. We're going to do a low friction prompt and see what happens and see what kind of reply we get. So I'm going to paste this in here. I've already got it from another screen. I'm planning a trip to Cinque Terre. Where should I start? Let's see what happens here. What we're watching for is the tone. Does the agent Lucia answer the question, the right question? Does it avoid dumping an extensive itinerary? Does it feel human or does it feel AI like? Would a normal traveler feel helped here? And I'm looking at it thinking, this looks pretty darn good. I like it. I like it a lot. So one of the things I like to do is a little bit of an advanced technique, but I like to give the AI, another AI, I'll get into that later, the prompt, which we just did, and the result or the reply, and then ask the AI how it did. Is this a good response? What's your assessment? What's your QA? Let's do that. I'm doing it on another screen, so you won't be able to see it right now, but Usually it's pretty quick, which is amazing. Okay, here it comes. This is a strong first response. You're very close. And then it says, I'll give you a clean QA with specific tweaks. Okay. I'm going to hold off on doing any tweaks right now because I want to continue to test. And what I want to do is do a second test now. As soon as I can get to it, sometimes computers are slow. Here we go. I got to get back to the second test. I'm almost there. Here it is. Okay. I think we did the second test and it passed. So let's move on to the third one. This is cool. Here's the prompt. Again, I'm going to record it for, we'll call it fact checking. Here we go. Let's see what it says about options for ferries. Running today, key today. That's pretty interesting. There are none today running straight between those two destinations. There hasn't been regular service for this route in recent years. What does run, okay, that's cool. It gives you alternatives, how to get there by combining sea and land. Excellent. Okay, well, let's see what the assessment is on this response. I'm going to copy it from short answer down. Copied that. I'm going to pop it into my magic decoder ring over here and ask the other AI what it thinks about that. And by doing this, we're effectively learning in both the GPT and me uh, how to improve this. Okay, so it says this is a good test case of real-time logistics and uncertainty. Overall solid, but this response needs tightening and cleanup before you can lock in the behavior. Okay, that's cool. That's a good thing. That means we're learning and getting this thing better all the time. I love that. Um, we offered some realistic alternatives. Here's what needs to be fixed. I'm not going to go into all that. It's too complicated and too kind of IP. Structure is a bit too long. Ending call to action is slightly off tone. Okay, that's cool. Those are all good things. All right, let's just say next test. And again, I'll bring it over to this screen so you can see it. Pop it in right here. Cool. I hope it's recording. All right. Here's a prompt that's, I think, a little bit more complicated. And it is coming, and it is about to be pasted, and it is right there. Boom. I love it. This is great. It's giving you real information, no sugarcoating. What a one-day combo actually looks like. To me, it probably looks like very tiring. And it skips a lot of stuff. It's like trying to compress too much into, a short period of time. So best alternatives. This is great. Option and then different options. One, two, three. Honest concierge verdict. Love this. Is it possible? Yes. Enjoyable for most people? Not really. Worth it? Only if you accept compromises. This is really, really good. I'm so impressed. And I'm going to go do an assessment on this response, get it into the log, like to log everything. Even when logging, sometimes memories fail. Hard lesson to learn, but it's getting better. Okay. Okay. This is a great test. And this one reveals something important. High level verdict. This response fails the pushback test as written, but succeeds conceptually once the second half begins. What happened here is not a reasoning failure, it's a response selection control issue. Okay. Getting into some complex stuff. What went wrong? Problem one, the response starts with the wrong question. Problem two, source clutter reappears. What worked well? Yes, it's possible. Most travelers, it's not worth it. Not a good idea. Okay, I knew that. Why this happened? Instruction collision. This stuff does get pretty involved and pretty complex and pretty heavy. Okay, the fix. All right, I'm going to try to do all fixes at once. Let me do this. Let's see. I'm going to do one more test here, and then we'll try to combine these fixes. I'm going to say next test, give me the next test, and then we're going to come over and paste it here and run it. At first, I was afraid to do these tests. I don't know, because I guess I was afraid of the answer, but now I love doing them because they're so informative and so cool and so helpful, essential. All right. See what happened here. Short answer, take the train. What's the best way to get from Florence to Monterosso? Take the train. It's the fastest, easiest, most reliable. I like that. I like trains. Best option, train recommend. Typical route. It gives me option A, B, scenic route, scenic regional route. I like that. Wow. What to know before you go. Booking advice, important. Why I don't recommend driving. No useful parking. Slower than train. This is great. My concierge verdict. Love this. Okay, I'm going to copy this, run it through, get an opinion. Yeah, that was the previous one. Went too far. Here we go. This is what I want. Go here, get an analysis. No, no, I'm guessing this is going to get a good grade. Let's see. Checking, testing, high level verdict, accuracy, check mark, train first logic, check, affiliate restraint, check, trust level, check, UX polish, one small adjustment needed, production ready, after minor trim. Okay. What's working well? What to adjust? What this tells us? Ready for the final test. The next test, final stress test. Failure mode test. Ooh, that sounds kind of scary. Let's do it. All right, here comes the final test. All right, nothing seems to be running today. Ferries are canceled, trains are delayed. What should I do? Take a breath. This does happen. And there's a safe and sane way forward. I would just chill out in a coffee shop or a bar or a scenic overlook. There you go. Just accept it. It's a disruption day. What you should do right now, stay put. Don't chase another town. Staying where you are is the safest move until the system stabilizes. Pivot to a walking scale day. I like that a lot. Do not rely on maybe later announcements if you must get to your hotel today. This is so cool. So I think useful. Find out if other people think it's useful. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with these test results. Go ahead and pop that in for analysis. Okay. Well, I hope this has been useful, and it's been useful for me. I know that. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and figure out what to do with it and how to do something productive with it. Um, so I think I need to go here, and I'm going to pause the recording.